Have you ever stopped to think about those invisible connections? The ones really powering modern businesses?
Mm,
How all those different systems, HR, payroll, benefits, how they all just talk to each other seamlessly.
yeah, it's fundamental, like the digital nervous system of the whole operation. When it clicks, everything flows.
Exactly. And, well, today we're doing a deep dive into exactly that world, specifically Workday Pro Integrations.
Okay.
And here's the really interesting part. Our sources for this, they're actual practice questions from the Workday Pro Integrations certification exam itself.
Oh, interesting. So we're looking at real test scenarios.
Right. So our mission really is to cut through the jargon,
Yeah.
pull out the key insights from these questions
Makes sense.
and help you understand not just what these integration concepts are, but like why they actually matter for anyone building or just navigating these big enterprise
So it's
systems.
kind of a shortcut to understanding that critical data flow.
Precisely. Think of it like that, understanding how the whole organizational nervous system works.
And just to give a little context on where these questions come from, that Workday Pro Integrations exam, it's pretty rigorous. It's a proctored online test, closed book. You get 120 minutes.
2 hours.
Yep, for 50 questions.
Yeah.
And they're mixed single select, multi-select.
Okay.
And the passing score is 80%. So you need 40 out of 50 correct.
Wow. Okay. So not trivial.
Definitely not. It means the knowledge points we're pulling out today, they're a solid benchmark for really knowing your stuff in this field, practical stuff.
Okay, so let's unpack this then. Let's jump into some of these scenarios and see what core knowledge they reveal. Maybe start with things designed to make integration, well, less scary.
Sounds good.
So, all right, picture this. You need to connect Workday to some third-party app. Maybe it's a benefits provider or tax service,
Okay.
but you really want to avoid writing a ton of custom code. Is there a Workday service specifically for that, like with pre-built stuff?
Yes, that's
Yeah.
exactly what
For
Cloud
huh?
Connect is for.
Cloud Connect. Okay.
Yeah, it's Workday's pre-built, packaged integration service. Its whole point is streamlining connections to common external systems, those payroll vendors, benefits carriers, that kind of thing.
How does it do that?
It uses pre-built templates and a configuration wizard. So the key is no custom code needed.
Okay, wow. So it's almost like a plug and play for business systems then. Makes it accessible even if you're not like a hardcore coder.
Pretty much, that's the idea.
But is it just about speed and simplicity? Or is there a bigger, maybe strategic advantage? Does it change who can actually set these up?
Oh, absolutely. It's more than just technical ease. It really shifts things.
How so?
Well, Cloud Connect lets non-technical teams, like maybe the HR or finance teams themselves, quickly set up connections with new vendors.
Yeah.
What might normally be a multi-month integration project involving developers, this can cut it down to weeks, maybe even days in some cases.
That's huge.
It really is. It sort of democratizes integration,
Yeah.
right? Reduces the bottleneck on specialized developers and helps businesses move faster.
That makes total sense. Okay, so Cloud Connect is the go-to for those streamlined, prepackaged solutions.
Mm-hmm.
What if you need more fine-grained control, say over data coming in or going out? That's where the Enterprise Interface Builder, the EIB, comes in, right?
Correct. EIBs are very common for more custom data loads or extracts.
Okay, so let's take an inbound EIB bringing data into Workday. Which of these wouldn't work as a data source type? SFTP, XML, RAY-AS, or Workday document?
Okay. The one that's invalid there is RAY-S, Report as a Service.
RAY-AS, why not?
Well, EIBs move data in or out. RAY-S, its primary function is to extract data from Workday. It serves up reports as web services.
Oh, I see.
So it's an outbound mechanism. You can't really use something designed to pull data out as the source to push data in. It's the wrong direction of flow for an inbound EIB.
Got it. So fundamentally mismatched. You can't use an exit door as an entrance, basically.
Exactly.
Is that something people get tripped up on often?
Oh, yeah. It's a classic one for folks new to Workday integrations. They see report and think data source, which is fair. Right. But they miss that RIS is specifically built for exporting or exposing data, not importing it via an EIB.
Okay, that really highlights why knowing the specific purpose of each tool is so critical. All right, let's switch gears to security. Always crucial.
Always.
Let's say you have an integration system user, an ISU, it's part of a security group, and that group does have access to run a specific REST report.
Okay.
But the integration using that REST report keeps failing, security error. What's a common reason? Maybe one that gets overlooked.
This is another good one. Just having access to the report definition itself isn't always enough.
It isn't.
No, for that ISU to actually run the REST report and get the data, the security group it belongs to needs access permissions, not just for the report, but also for the underlying data, the business objects, or specific fields that the report is trying to pull from.
Okay, so it's layered. Access to the report container is one thing. Access to the actual data inside is another.
Precisely. If that deeper, granular access to the actual data elements is missing, boom, security error. Even if it looks like the ISU should be able to run the report.
That makes sense from a data privacy perspective, right? You might be allowed to know a report exists, but not see the sensitive employee data it contains.
Exactly. It catches people out, though. You think you've checked all the boxes on the report security,
Scratching your head.
and you spend ages debugging, only to realize, it was the access to the underlying domain or business object fields all along. It really shows how Workday's object-level security works in practice.
Definitely an aha moment waiting to happen. Okay, moving from security to actually manipulating the data itself. Calculated fields.
Very powerful.
Let's say you need one that outputs a worker's name, but in a specific format. Last name, comma, space, first name.
Okay, last first. Classic format.
Yeah, which two functions in Workday's calculated fields are pretty much essential to make that happen?
For that last first format, you're going to primarily need two things. Concatenate text.
Okay, joins text together.
Right. And you'll also need text constant.
Text constant, why?
Because you need to insert that specific sputerkey, the comma and the space, between the last name and the first name. Concatenate text lets you join the last name field, then your text constant holding the toke, and then the first name field.
Okay. So concatenate does the joining, but text constant provides that literal bit of punctuation and spacing needed.
Exactly. It gives you that precise formatting control.
That's a great practical example. Sounds simple, but getting those formats just right is like super common for reports or sending data out, isn't it?
Oh, constantly. Systems are picky about formats.
Okay, now thinking about bigger data volumes. Efficiency becomes key. What about the data initialization service, or DIS, especially when used with core connectors?
Right, DIS with core connectors. Those are Workday's pre-built integration templates for things like payroll or benefits interfaces.
Yeah. What's the main job of DIS in that context?
Its primary purpose is tracking the data changes. Basically, it keeps a record of what data has already been processed by a previous run of that integration.
Okay, so
the next time the integration runs, the system can use that DIS information to figure out only the new or changed data that needs to be processed this time.
so it prevents reprocessing everything.
Exactly. It avoids sending the same unchanged employee data over and over again. It identifies just the deltas, the changes.
That must be massive for efficiency, especially with large companies.
So it's huge. Imagine you have, say, 100,000 employees. Rerunning a full payroll extract every single day would be incredibly resource intensive.
Yeah, totally.
DIS makes it so you only process the handful of employees to the relevant changes since the last run. It's not just efficient, it's what makes these integrations scalable. Saves compute time, analyst time, prevents errors. It's critical.
That's a really powerful concept. Okay, building on that idea of precision. Let's go back to EIBs for a second. An outbound EIB this time, creating a CSV file. Let's say you want to filter it, specifically to exclude all contingent workers. You don't want them in the output file at all. Where in the EID setup do you define that rule?
You'd configure that filter in the Integration Population Eligibility section of the EIB.
Integration population eligibility. Okay.
Yeah, that part is designed specifically for setting conditions to filter the overall data set before the EIB even starts processing records for the output file.
So it happens right at the beginning.
Right at the beginning. It defines who's even eligible to be included in this particular run. It's like setting the guest list before the party starts.
Huh. I like that analogy. A bouncer for your data, so it ensures only the right population makes it into the final file.
Exactly. Great for compliance, or just keeping outputs clean and focused on the target audience, like a specific vendor who only needs employee data, not contractor data.
Makes sense. And sticking with EIBs, sometimes you see a sequence generator being used. What's the main benefit of adding one of those to an EIB?
Sequence generators. Their primary benefit is providing a unique identifier, usually as part of the output file name.
A unique ID. Why is that so valuable?
Well, imagine you're running the same integration multiple times a day. Without a sequence generator, you might overwrite previous files or just have a mess of files with the same name.
Ah, right. Chaos.
Yeah. The secrets generator ensures each output file gets a distinct sequential number, making it easy to track, preventing naming conflicts, and it's really useful for audit trails too. You know exactly which run produced which file.
Simple but essential for managing high volumes then, like giving each file its own unique fingerprint.
Good way to put it.
Okay, let's talk about getting data out again, but using custom reports. You build a nice custom report in Workday. Now you want to use that report as the data source for an outbound EIB.
Common scenario.
How do you have to configure that custom report to make it work with the EIB?
It absolutely must be enabled as web service enabled report as a service. REA again.
Ah, RIS again, but this time enabling it on the report.
Exactly. Enabling REAS on a custom report basically exposes it via a unique URL. It turns the report into a kind of API endpoint.
Okay.
And that URL is what the outbound EIB can then call to retrieve the report data and extract it from Workday. Without REAS enabled, the EIB can't see or use the custom report as a data source.
So RIS is the key that unlocks a custom report for outbound integration use. It makes it consumable.
Precisely. It's the bridge.
Okay, inevitably, sometimes things break. An EIB integration run fails. Where's the first place you should look to find the nitty-gritty details, like the errors for each specific record in your source file?
The absolute go-to spot for troubleshooting any integration issue in Workday, EIBs included, is the integration event logs.
Integration event logs.
Yep. These logs give you a really comprehensive breakdown. They show the status of every record processed, any errors that popped up, warning messages, and usually the specific reasons for those errors. It's your detailed diagnostic report card.
Sounds like the Mission Control Center for integrators. Gives you that granular detail you need to figure out exactly what went wrong record by record, right?
Absolutely. No more guessing. You see exactly which records failed and why. It's essential for debugging.
Okay, one last scenario. Let's say your team needs to build an integration, maybe an outbound one, that has to produce a file in a really specific, maybe kind of old school XML format.
Okay. Custom XML structure needed.
Yeah, maybe for a legacy system or something picky. And you've got an XSLT file ready to go, that style sheet language for transforming XML.
XSLT for transformation.
What's the actual task or function inside Workday where you upload and manage that XSLT file so the integration can use it?
The specific task you'd use for that is called Configure XSLT Attachment Transformation.
Configure XSLT attachment transformation. Got it.
Yeah, you use that task to upload your .xslt file into Workday. Then, within your integration definition, you can point to that uploaded transformation.
And Workday uses it automatically.
Yep. Workday will take its standard XML output from the integration, run it through your uploaded XSLT file, and then the output of the integration will be in the custom XML format defined by your style sheet.
So that task is basically how you tell Workday, hey, use this blueprint to reshape the data before you send it out. Ensures it matches exactly what the receiving system needs.
Exactly. It's crucial for interoperability, especially when dealing with systems that have very rigid or unique formatting requirements.
Well, thank you for joining us on this deep dive into the pretty powerful world of Workday Pro Integrations.
My pleasure.
We really hope you feel a bit more clued in, maybe more intrigued by all those invisible connections that are making our digital world tick. Keep exploring, and we'll catch you next time.